The pace car has pulled down pit road here at the Bashas Supermarket 200. It is Kyle Busch again on the high side. He's whipping back to green, and just what you had talked about in our pre-race, Rusty, a huge 4, 5, 6, 7 car pileup right on the front straightaway. And you said it at the beginning of the broadcast, this happens more times than we care to think about.
It always happens. I mean, you can pretty well count every race. They're going to get excited and they're going to crash about 50 miles an hour, Randy.
I don't know
amazing.
what it is. It's just a pattern at this racetrack. It just happens all the time.
All right, you see the damage on the 38 of Jason Leffler. There's the 73 also involved in this mess of Derek Cope.
We're hurt bad.
And we're going to get a red flag situation here, and Trevor Bayne involved in this as well. I also noticed, I thought I saw the 16 of Colin Brown. So another tough break for that team as they're trying. There is Landon Castle. He was trying to follow up the 2 great runs that Scott Wimmer gave this 7 car. That's not going to happen. And it looks like Casey Mears also involved in this, as now this puts the 10 car in jeopardy as far as not being able to get back into the top 30 and have a guaranteed spot when we go to Texas next week. He is 31st right now.
Definitely killed their chance. Look at James Boucher. This is another week of a destroyed car. Of none of these guys are making it. It's just these guys being anxious on these restarts, slowing down, anticipating the start, and just taking off. And the guy in front of him doesn't take off, and stuff like this happens.
All right,
take a look at the replays.
See, I was watching the leaders right here because you see the 22 car now. He's not the leader. Kyle Busch is the leader. You see Kyle actually stumbles quite a bit, and the 22 car gets the lead across the line, which is really not, he's not supposed to do, but that stacks the whole field up behind him.
Yeah, it looks like Kyle got out of the throttle a little bit right there, and it just let them all to start piling up behind him. It's not that it's Kyle's fault. He saw the car on the inside take off. Let's take it back. Listen back in the back here. Oh.
Look at everybody getting jacked up.
Oh, my goodness. Look at that.
11 slowed down. The 10, Casey Mears hit him. Boucher hit him.
16. Look at Tony Raines sneak on through. What a great move by Tony to keep his car out of the mess.
Looks like
Here's another view.
Clint Boyer drove up underneath the drive shaft of James Boucher right here, the 1 car. You see him just start stacking. There's nowhere to go.
Yeah, about from the 88 car, Kelly Byers back. That's where this whole thing happened. You see Clint Boyer involved in it. That's a lot of cars.
Let's go on board with Landon Castle. Just listen.
They have wiped out about 10 cars still in 2nd gear. Barely moving, this happens.
On board the 99.
Taking up.
I'll tell you what, if I was those Cup guys sitting down in those motorhomes tonight, I'd take note of this for tomorrow and learn from it.
You can just see the accordion effect, and boy, Boucher really gets jacked up by the 21.
I think you really need to look at the very front of the field and see why Kyle Busch didn't go, or what happened on the start, because that's what caused this wreck.
Yeah, you see, he just didn't move, and it just went all the way back. It's like a traffic jam in L.A., man. The guy in the front stops, and they all pay for it behind him.
And the problem is, because it's not a D-shaped oval where we have that nice big infield area where people can go diving for cover, you've got that inside wall, and here's what happens.
You see the green flag comes out. The 18 car doesn't take off right away.
And one thing to remember, too, guys, like we talked about earlier in the broadcast, it's a long front straightaway, real narrow, and these drivers do not have good vision ahead of them on restarts as they're coming through the gears.